welcome. Who the hell are you? An audio version on the video platform. It's cow shit, cow pie, many, many things. The stomper of the cigars, right? Oh, yes. It was cold this morning when I rose at 4:30 to go to work. 10 below. I was at a job site, and some electrician didn't want a box of wire. And I'm like, really? Because you have to have a license, which we have for the company, to bring it in. I don't know why he didn't. I said, I'll take it. I tucked those three $100 bills in, a $50 bill and $1.30 in my pocket. It's not going in the garbage when I can see it. It's going down to get recycled, reused, and in my wallet to spend. Tomorrow, we're going to head westbound by Little Falls. I said, sure, I can do that. Just cruise along, a little window time. But it's a beautiful day to be alive. It's President's Day. It's the 17th day of February 2025. I see it's 4:07 p.m. Central. I look out on the poor side, and we got snow, and the lake is ice, and people fishing on there. And I like cold weather, as long as the windshield could be a bitch. Bitch, please. See a Delta flipped on its side up there in Toronto. Great American Race was fun yesterday. Joe Logano had a chance to win that thing. He got greedy. What's the name? Two-time winner. The Hunch did a couple laps in the Beast and flew back. How much that cost the American taxpayer? Want to talk about waste? What do you think that's all about? Anyways, the old Hunch. Down there in Hickville, down there, down south, what's NASCAR? We love Donald J. Trump, man. Even though he's a convicted felon and adjudicated rapist, we just think he's so good. Let's go, Brandon. Even though he's just like Bill Clinton, man. Yahoo, man. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Lewinsky, and I was a draft dodger just like Donald J. Trump. Yahoo. But yes, as this music rumbles through your ears, Valentine's is coming on. I did a couple songs for a lady I work with at another job. She was unfortunate. No one gave her a Valentine at work, so I wrote about 4 or 5 songs. Put them on TikTok. One of the guys that follows me, so I wrote her some TikTok Valentines for Melanie. So I said, I wrote one for her, so a couple for her, because she's all bummed out. Put one of them, the blues, up on the Adventure channel. Yes. So we always make sure we shout out to the military men of the armed forces. We appreciate your service and your hard work. If it was easy, everybody would do it. All the countries report into me. You too as well. The men and women blue. Balls the size of basketballs. And ovaries the size of oak trees. I thank you so much. Storm the beaches. We had 1 and 2 forgotten war in Vietnam. 58,000 plus, a lot of collateral damage. My brother-in-law was in that war. He's passed, buried out there at Fort Snelling. Those are white stakes when you drive by there 24/7. Even the snow or rain, it lights up 34th Avenue and 494. They've served us well. We appreciate your service. Air Force, Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Merchant Got Coast Guard, the Air Uniform. Thank you so much for all the wars you had to endure. They're always started, and then we have to finish it, and it is what it is. Japanese attacked us, and then we had to got dragged into that war, and they apologized. And the old mighty Mo just said, "Snap the necks. The crowd's me free of the Jews." Right now, we're going down the road with the dictator himself, the Hunch, Donald J. Libertarian. terminating people left and right. It's nice. Now all of a sudden, got to pay rent because of the hunch, and some guy who's not an American citizen making his decisions for him. Donald J's is the VP. The VP embarrassed himself overseas. It is what it is. I didn't elect him. I'm a libertarian. Don't blame me. You can't, and all of a sudden you don't have a job. Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? I would not shower in the shower of Penn State. Not a chance. Would not shower in the shower of Penn State. Until they're all executed at Penn State for the behaviors for a child. Slam a locker and tell two people run off. Sandusky will come out in a pine box. We start executing these people, we don't have to worry about it. It's like $80,000 a year to house these people. You can separate garbage 12 on, 12 off till you beg for the sweet release of death. Instead, we start treating our children and women, whoever else, less fortunate, with more respect. We'll be more of a humane country and world. If you see something, please say something, as they say, right? Let's go dream drifting. That last one was my favorite, 5 of a kind. But when it comes to your life, as I've said, the anonymous grifter, we'll talk more about that again today. And then Darling in he or she's stalking video following around where Sarasota went. Really? I see BlindViews is live right now. Talking about Timmy. Claimed he watched Darling. No. I thought he didn't. We're going to talk about him anymore. What was a condom you should use? Women, you have to be the groceries. When you get pregnant, knocked up like a cheerleader, all of a sudden, Aunt Flo's commenting, now you're carrying the groceries, and he's long gone because he made a poor choice not to require a condom. No love without the glove, smashing gas, gentle dam, prevent AIDS or herpes or gonorrhea in the penis. That's be fun. Kids out over 21. You F in the back seat, have sex on the couch, make love in the bed. However you want to do it, please be safe. Thank you. Those good choices in your life. You know who run with in life. Wherever you are right now, but poor choices. You're living a shitty life. Not my fault, because maybe you didn't make choice right when you're 20, 30, 40 years old. Claim Republican, but you're asking for money. But my mother-in-law always told me it never hurts to ask, I guess, right? Never know, you might get some gay. Another good choice, we always talk about the board members on Speculation Sports. I've had 3 people who were butchered and murdered by drunks. Call someone, or you will murder somebody by making poor choices. Know the difference between mistake and choice. 2 different meanings until you start realizing making poor choices, you won't correct your behaviors by just, I made a mistake. No. My mother, my auntie would always say, I'd like them to reallocate to their behaviors by saying choice, not mistake. Then the state is happy with her allocation. The sentence can commence. She'd stop mid-sentence. I don't want to hear the word mistake. You made a poor choice. Now you're in the court of law. Now you go in the hooskow for 20 years plus because of poor choices. You're poor because of poor choices. The fathers ran off. Single mom was all good in the hood until all of a sudden, not my fault, make poor choices. Stuck on YouTube, watching people, 20 on, 4 off. Like a good audios and videos. Been watching some biographies. There's Henry Ford, a different one on him, was pretty good. Anti-Semitic, I'm not surprised, it's been well documented. But I like biographies. I love YouTube for information. Read, travel, and meet people. That's all there is to it. But anyhows, but it's a beautiful day to be alive. I can see, I can hear, I can feel pain, I can walk, I can talk. Like I said, Jamie C. Sports and Zane B. known them since they were like 14. Now they're like 25, 26. All on Blog Talk. Both had CP and confined to wheelchairs. They're both my heroes. Many people like them that are confined to wheelchairs. They're my heroes. I can run around, do whatever I please. A lot of people are confined to wheelchairs. But don't let them get it down. We have people who are able-bodied who refuse to work for a living for some reason. Refuse to work. Plain and simple. I am going to go to this train museum up 38th Avenue by Hiawatha. I saw it. I was just killing time. On Sunday, they're open from 1 to 4 on Saturday and Sundays in the wintertime. I have to stop by my sister's house and drop off a check for the foundation. So I'm going to be in her area, so I told her I'll stop on by. I haven't seen her in a long time. Talked to her occasionally on the phone. See her in Faker Book. Faker Book. Oh, she's like 70-something, like Jesus. Why don't you be tired like him and Maya? Got a pension, for Christ's sake. I don't want to. Well, be like the old man, die in the front yard with your mouth open, hanging on the hose. That's not very nice. Well, it's true. Go off and take your blonde locks and take advantage of some man. Oh, you're just so silly. It is what it is. Make your choices. Oh, but here we are. The Sarasota Tim haters update, right? BlindViews versus Grifters Anonymous. I talked about in a video. It's got some decent views, 250, 13 likes, and where was it? This person who, real quick, let's see what all kind of come in. I think it's been the same thing. Sources are Spotify, iVox, Podtrack.com, Cowpote Speaker, iHeart, like I said, Apple Media, and Podbean. United States, Spain, Russia, Australia. Russia is 3 times. Other 3 times. Doesn't really say what part of Russia. United Kingdom, South Korea. United Immigrants, Japan, and the Philippines. Spain is 6 times. Madrid, 5 times. And Colonia. So appreciate people in Spain listening to Cowboy. Appreciate United States. District of Columbia. Twice. Texas, Florida, New York, Virginia, Missouri, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Utah, Alabama, Oregon, whatever, Idaho, and Nebraska. Washington, getting some, Oregon, Portland. My sisters live in Gresham, Idaho, Stat, California, Dream, Fresno once. In Florida, we have Port Charlotte and St. Augustine. Texas, Dallas, Austin. New York, Middle Island, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Michigan, East Pointy. And we'll just look at one more. Missouri, Kansas City, and Nebraska. Omaha, Utah, American Fork. So thank you, everybody, even in Birmingham, Alabama. We thank you all for coming. My thing is you simply liking the video or the audio or sharing it, if you so well do. Because if you look at my, I'm going to look at my YouTube here. There's somebody was bitching that I'm deleting comments, he or she, and I'm like, Dinger did one. Sarah's acting like everything is normal, brings this sweet little thing. Oh, God. Oh, my God. What's her name? Test drives a Tesla after landing his love list. Oh, God, Daytona. All right, Daytona 500 thoughts. Yeah, I get it. 13 minutes of bad skullduggery for her fiance. She had a way she would marry him. Guarantee it. If she could have his baby, Miss Vicky, she would do it. Trust me. Guarantee it, bitch, please. So let's... Who was it now? Community. Desert Bomb Adventures. Has no videos. Whatever the hell he or she saying that do you all have group hugs? Do I want to be sure I'm not in the middle? I don't, Is this a Circle Jerk channel? It looks like it's with all the testosterone level. I don't know. That's a gay man or it's a woman. Anybody that say that, it's probably a gay man or a woman. I don't know. You've deleted my comments calling Grifter a crybaby. I see your hero eye for eye took down some of the videos that would be upset Grifters, like the one about Miss Vicky and others. Does Grifter know the guy did a video about his wife? I don't know if he did. He probably did. I don't know if I don't really care what eye for eye did. My videos, I don't think so. Then, what is it? So he said, I did not. No, I did not. And then he said, whatever he said, explain me why it's missing then. Oh, wait, maybe it was skinned. I have no idea. I don't take down something unless you're putting something out there, sweetheart, that could be implied as doxing or like prejudice. I don't. So, whining and pissing and moaning, I appreciate it, man. I don't know. I don't know what eye for eye did. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, again, I play with my food. You want to come here and play with my food? Go ahead. Let me see if there's anything underheld here. No. Pug. So, I don't see many mentions out here. New York Dan mentioned me something. But no, I don't, if it's really, really bad, something that's inappropriate, it's desert. No, let me see. Okay, BlindViews. Why did you hide your videos? You're sympathizing with the aggressor now? Okay. Not at all. Just taking a break from it while I'm getting rid of the old videos and the lame ones. I don't know why you get rid of them. So they responded back to each other here. So he's coming to her trolling. I appreciate it. Who's telling me they shall go mad? What the hell is this all about? How do you know I know you or who you are? BB lied being a firefighter. Mentioned that Cowpote. I guess. So if he did, is he stealing valor? I have no idea. So I'm kind of going through my things here. I'm liking and loving whatever I'm seeing here. All the whining and pissing and moaning on here with the trolls. There was a guy I was listening to that talked about that on it. He talked about BlindViews. He lives in a bread truck, and one of the haters found where he was in Las Vegas. So I don't know. So I was kind of. He talked to you. Yeah, you want trolls to come and talk to you, and I get it. So I'm just kind of looking at it. I don't delete stuff. So whoever the hell you are, he or she, I don't know. I'm looking at all the ones I didn't get. I always try to like every one. I try to. Every single one. There's a lot of trolling going on here. So I don't know who this person is, he or she, a gay man or a woman that's a lesbian. I have no idea, because usually you'll make fun of a man, testosterone, whatever they want to call it, I can't pronounce it, is usually a gay man or a woman who's a lesbian. So I don't know. Whoever it is, thank you so much. I'm not removing stuff. I don't do it unless I said it's something very, very, very prejudiced and very like doxing. I don't do that kind of behavior, but you say what you need and see what you please. So I get it. But I was looking at that one that I did the video. CNI Dog Shuffle has got 39. It's got 6 likes, 1 diss. The Snow White one's been kind of fun. They're pretty good. The Grifters Anonymous is getting to 300, and that's got 13 likes and 10 dislikes. I appreciate it. They're engaging the video, so I appreciate it. So, the one that I did, Sarasota Tim, BlindViews update, CNI Dog rent-free Target. That's right. So, anyways, NFL podcast 1/27. Show Eagles Spank. That's got. I appreciate that one. It's got 27. Thank you so much. It's got 2 dislikes. I'm shocked. Usually they wouldn't care. But anyways, as we get I just kind of talk what I'm talking about here. So let's talk about this Sarasota Tim hater, and then the grifter guy. I mean, if he wanted, he can type in fear mongering radio. I got a Grifters Anonymous. I do have a Google number. If you go over to Spreaker.com, you can type in fear mongering radio. Just Google it and go to the main channel. There's a number there if you want to call me on the Google number. If you want, you come on the show and say we're troll. Hey, I get your voice can be annoying. I get it, but that's fine. I mean, I don't care. I mean, again, he came. I think I was kind of the way I worded it with Carl in the live stream on this channel, because he came to the defense of Carl, and then BlindViews. He's streaming right now, so he's going to talk about Timmy. He may mention me, but may not. He did a live stream. I want to show you something because he's too ballless. The high pitched voice. I'm not going to talk about Timmy anymore. And Grifters Anonymous is liberal, I guess. I mean, I don't like the hunch, Donald J. I don't want a bunch of illegals coming over too as well. But I know, like Carolyn RV, nice lady, but she has how I see it. She's a very card-carrying left liberal, and what's name is obsessed with her too as well. Line Screw One. See, I'm not afraid. I don't mind the guy. I asked him to come on my show, but he's like obsessed with her to the point. It's just like at the house. People walked around her house, knocked on her window. The one guy that lives next to her, the one-legged miner, I had called and left a message. If I'm in the area, it'll come by. People have walked around his house and knocked on his door. I mean, I can see going there. You knock on the door, leave a message. If he's not there, hey, I came by. My name is Jeff. I'm in the area for next week. Give me a call, like a tour of your mine. But I'm not walking the whole house. I'm leaving a note on the door. Hey, I came by. If you're in the area, here's my cell phone number. Give me a call. Let's go on a tour. Because he's got a Facebook page, right? So, like I told Grifter, and I'll tell you again, you're a grown-ass man. You have to learn to die on your feet. Don't live on your knees. Hey, if you want to be a Democrat, like I've said before, I've got a good friend of mine who used to work at the airport. He's a Marine. He got the accident, same one I did at the job. He's a real nice man. He's a Marine. He's an African-American gentleman. He's a Democrat. I always give him crap about the hunch, right? And he's my friend. And he's a man of color, and he's a Marine, and he's a Democrat, and he knows I'm independent. He's one hell of a nice guy, and he's smarter than hell. I don't care that he's a Democrat. My friend Ted the Talking Head, he's been on my show many, many times. We had a conversation. He's very much into the hunch, and we'll talk about things, but he is my friend. I'll die on my feet before I live on my knees, just like I told you that mayor out in New York, that moronic idiot, okay, they want to go in there and dismiss it. No, we're not going to. He's guilty. And they died on their feet and they left. They have morals. Whatever, I guess he has another channel. I have 2 channels. I have this, and every day the adventure channel comes out. Some get over 100. That one house I did has got over 1,400. I looked the other day when I made that thing. I made like $15, if that. It's amazing. You really have to get a lot of views. Okay, but it was just because he defended Carl because Carl's been on my show, and like I said when I was on the live stream, he's looking down and looking around, and it's like line there to line now. I don't know what I said. You know what you said. Then people are on there making. I just went over there to look at the thing again, making comments about Grifter, okay? Because all of a sudden, because he's a Democrat, you have to hate on him, okay? Hey, he's American citizen. He can decide who he wants to like and does not like, okay? And I get all this behavior going on, but BlindView is the king. You must kiss the ring, right? You know, I mean, I get Grifter. You're a nice man, I get it. But you can't let these idiots ruin it for you. You can't. You can't do it. You can't do it. I have a few gay friends that I've known for years. They're gay men and a couple lesbians. I'm a big Melissa Etheridge fan. She's a gay woman. Love her music. May not agree with her lifestyle. I don't care. I love her music. Liberace, casual piano player, was one of my favorite musicians because he was so damn good at his piano. Yeah, he's a gay man. I saw his movie, went to his museum, both of them in Las Vegas. I'd love to be able to be a friend of his and saved all his stuff and took care of his museum and took a small salary. It's too bad it all got distributed. Queen, Freddie Mercury, one hell of a singer, gay man. Who cares? Elton John, one of my favorite arrangers, music guy. I love his music. A gay man. Don't care. May not agree with his sexual orientation. I agree with his music. He can be my friend. But people with this political behavior are dividing this country. And look at the hunch right now. Look what he's doing. People are pissed in Alabama, taking away money to help with stuff. People are losing jobs now. People, Republicans, all ages, are pissed. All of a sudden, the hunch is doing this stuff. I get trimming the fat. I totally understand that, ladies and gentlemen. I understand it totally. I understand it. Okay? But you just can't all of a sudden, guess what? You're 35 years old, you have a child, you're screwed because of the hunch decides to cut stuff with a guy who is not an American citizen, is not elected. Because why? Because he helped the hunch get into office. And his vice president, he didn't give him because in 2028, the hunch leaves. Couldn't even give J.D. Vance a simple, yeah, he'd be good for 2028. Because he probably thinks he went for the third term, but he can't. I'm sorry, but adjudicated rapist, a felon, I wouldn't be getting my jobs. I have. I'm a bonded employee. But it's a shame that just because he's got a political view that's on the other side of the haters, and he's a Republican, Democrat, and he got all butthurt. I've told that Grifters Anonymous, put your videos back up, just like with the Troll Patrol, freaked out, delete all their videos, and it's too bad, man. You know. And I get it, I'm a commentary channel sometimes, but I can also talk political stuff too as well. I do leave the house. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to rise 4:30, take the girls out on the trail, and be done with it. And go out and do something and work for a living. Okay? I go make videos for the Adventure Channel. I did a good ode to Fat Boy in a porta potty rant over there in the Adventure Channel. I mean, he had epic times together. But it's too bad that BlindViews. So you line there and line now. Because he's been dark, but he live streamed for the what do you want to call it, membership zone. Which I'm not paying any membership. You're not George Thorogood, the devil. You're not. I mean, you look like Ace Frehley. You wrote up with wet. Okay, I'm not paying for that. You're just another simple YouTuber sitting in here above the garage. Okay. Fight whales. It's too bad that people have to pick sides and calling them names, but you gotta grow a backbone. Grifters, you're a grown man and you speak your mind. You die on your feet. Don't live on your knees, man. I'll tell you over and over again. I love that phrase. You gotta, hey, I'm probably a perfect person, but I have a certain values in my life. I don't run with criminals or people that hurt children. I don't do it. I don't. I run with good people. All right? And the BlindViews guy is just, couldn't look in the camera. Looking around, shaking his head, calling out Carl because because he reads. Okay, he's a bold-faced stalker. He comes to these videos and the audios, and look who's talking. If it's somebody that's like, God, can you imagine if Vicky came over, or the Carolyn lady that I saw made a comment? Who was the person? It's me. I'm the one he was talking with, the Carolyn lady. If she came over and made a comment in a positive thing towards something, I would throw a look, because once the Kingmaker talks about you, he owns your soul. Like I said before, that's why he's where he's at, because he doesn't know how to leave the house, doesn't want to talk about politics, except far right. I could talk both. I'm an independent of him, and we take care of people, our houses, we take care of our schools, and we create jobs. Okay, but you don't just start firing people. Okay, yes, we need to make sure our borders are secure. You're damn right we do. People want to come here and work, fine. Let's rock and roll, because there are dumbass white folk who are easily brainwashed. Come on YouTube. What do they want to do? Their whole life is listening to somebody on YouTube, sitting in a chat room right now. Guaranteed, probably got 100 in there right now, watching, making comments, pissing and moaning. Someone will probably go in there and make a comment on me, and that will trigger him. Okay, he'll go on and on and on. Okay, that's what he'll do. They'll mention Carl, they'll need Timmy, and he'll mention Tater, because Tater is painting his schoolie. He like I said, I'd love to have what's his name on the show. He'd never come on. I'm beneath him. Be cool to have him come on. The Nomad Fanatic, because I would if I was from Nomad Fanatic, I would have done a Valentine's video. This is a special one for BlindViews. You're my favorite Valentine. You've really blew my channel. Thank you so much. A special Valentine. That's what I would have done. I would even wrote a song for the guy. BlindViews, you're my Valentine. It'd been hilarious, But let me see something. If it's let me see if I can write one real quick here. BlindViews, be my Valentine. BlindViews, be my Valentine. There we go. BlindViews, be my Valentine. We'll see if it does anything. But anyways, but I've told this and I appreciate. I love to have Grifter on. I mean, the number's out there. You can go over to Spreaker, or just type in Fear Mongering Radio into Google. I come to the top and click on it. It's right there in the notes. It's right there. You can call me anytime you want. You want to come on the show and talk. You gotta be a grown ass man, and you gotta. I mean, I get it. You can't let these idiots run your show. If you so what? I mean, I could be a hardcore righty and you're a lefty, so what? You're a grown-ass man, and BlindViews is the Kingmaker. I'll say it over and over again. You can't talk to anybody except, who he wants to, okay? It's going right now. It looks like it's going to write it for me. BlindViews, be my Valentine. We'll see what happens. We'll play it here momentarily. I don't get it, man. I don't understand why you would worry about what these moronic trolls think about you. Because they sit and they say stuff, because all of a sudden, because now BlindViews calls you out, and then because he was the lieutenant of the hater group, and like I said, you love Hitler but hate Rommel, because that's what it was. Just like with people keep behind the camera, despised Hitler but love Rommel. That's what it was. So you're gonna have to take sides of the king. Okay. All All right, blind views, be my Valentine. Eyes wide shut, don't see a thing. Blind views, you're my Valentine. Can't see a little, but you're in my mind. Okay. So we'll see what this one sounds like. Maybe we'll put it up. But we'll see what it does. Blind views, be my Valentine. We'll see what it does. But we'll probably be right back. Get in here. Chloe girl's got to come in here. Sorry, I gotta go potty. Okay, let's see what they sound like real quick here, okay? Blind views, be my Valentine.
Eyes wide shut, can't see a thing. Heart beats loud, I feel the sting.
Wait for it to go totally here. It's still kind of writing it, so hang on a second. So it's writing. I thought it'd be done by now, so it's waiting for it to go. So, and the first one was how long is that one? We'll see. So we're gonna wait to see when it kicks it in, and we'll listen to it. So it's Blind Views. I'm gonna see if Ted's around. I'll call him after I do this stuff. But and also. What's Darling and the stalking video? I listened to it, and then I went and I just kind of looked at the because she was so she does this, he or she, okay, that he's living sticks and bricks, right? So I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay. So it'd be like me saying, so I'm going, okay, it's Jeffrey. I used to live in St. Louis Park by Dakota Park. Okay, it's Jeffrey. He's leaving Dakota Park. He's going, it looks like northbound. The trolls, you can see this up in the background. He gets meant like a boulevard. He takes a left and he's heading eastbound towards 100. He gets on 100 and he heads southbound, heads towards Edina, it looks like. He gets off on 50th Avenue. He takes a right on 50th and a right there, right by Interlochen Golf Course, and he goes into the Holiday gas station and he gets himself a hot chocolate. And he gets back in his little PT Cruiser fake car and he gets back on the street in 50th and he heads eastbound towards Edina downtown, and he heads towards, it looks like he gets on Friends Avenue and he goes southbound and he stops into a cemetery and smokes a blunt and a marijuana, and then he rolls back on, gets back on Friends Avenue and he takes a left and he's heading southbound. He's heading towards Southdale Mall to do some shopping, and I see he's going along, as you can see, he goes over across town over there and he cruises into Southdale Mall and he rolls into the mall and spends some money and he goes in there for a while, gets out in the car, you can see in the video, he gets on 66th Street and he heads himself eastbound towards the airport, rolling along there. He goes by their Lifetime Fitness and goes in there and hits on a couple women and leaves later on and he looks like he's going to have lunch over there at Lovely and Talented Firehouse, and he has a 6-inch firehouse. Gets back in the PT Cruiser, and he continues eastbound towards the Lovely and Talented Airport. He cruises along. He goes over across town. He takes the frontage roads past Sun Country, and he goes by MTC and cruises along down this highway and gets off by Holiday, and he gets into Holiday and buys another hot chocolate, and he goes and he drives through Fort Snelling and drives around the White Stakes while he talks. As you see, he comes back out. He takes a right up 34th Avenue, and he does the circle over at Lovely and Talented, over at what's that place called? The other place is called, he can't remember right now. Hang on a second. Lord of the Dawn, yeah. And he goes over to Hubert Humphreys, and he does over there, and he comes back down 34th. Now he decides to go down to Lovely and Talented Post Road, and he goes into Fort Snelling down there, and he goes down by the old Mighty Mo. Oh my God, what a great video for Jeffrey. Thank you so much. It's Darling. This was a stalker video brought to you by the haters. You get my point. And they're showing where I go. Here we go. All right. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh my God. I was like, really? And I made a comment on before, and this person still believed that I was really in Sarasota when crushing for Christ. Let's see here now. This one's BlindViews, Be My Valentine.
Eyes wide shut, can't see a thing. Heart beats loud, I feel the sting. Love so blind, but oh so true. Can't fake this when it's me and you. Rose is red, but I see dark. Cupid's aim, it left a mark. Trust me now, let's take that dive. In this love, let's feel alive. Blind views, you're my valentine.
This is the second one.
Eyes wide shut, can't see a thing. Heart beats loud, I feel the sting. Love so blind, but oh so true. Can't fake this when it's me and you. Rose is red, but I see dark. Cupid's aim, it left a mark.
Oh yes, it's a great song. Oh my God.
Now let's take that dive. In this love, let's.
There you go. So that's the stalker video, I call it, breaking down where the young man was driving, the whole map. I'm like, oh my God. So I made the comment down below, and this idiot, this person, believed that I was actually in Florida, crushed for Christ, when I was right over here by the park by my house, walking around, smoking a cigar, to trigger people like this person, who's a faceless troll. Who's a faceless little troll. That's all there is to it. Faceless troll. Okay? That's all it is to it. Thinking that I was actually in Sarasota, crushing for Christ. Okay? I just thought it was absolutely hilarious. I really, really did. This person, this faceless troll, thought I was there. I just could not. And it just kind of makes you laugh, then it makes you cry, and then you start to cry, and then you before you know it, you're screaming at the top of your lungs that these people think I'm actually in Sarasota. That's all. I told that to Dave 25. I said people are going to believe it, and I said no matter fanatic. I said he should have done one. That's what he should have done. He should have done a video saying, geez, thank you so much for all this, all your behaviors. I really appreciate it. But let me see, Darling. Let me see. It should be Darling. See, Darlene. There it is, right there. Perfect. All right, Darling. Great. So I'll tell you this, but it's again, I don't mind the Darling Gray, but I just think it's a faceless. It's you know, you just kind of like you're a faceless troll. That's all there is to it. It's a faceless troll, and tell me that that this person thinks I was actually in lovely and talented Sarasota. Just shows how ignorant and arrogant some people are. You're really there? Yeah, I'm really there. I'm really, really there. I'm really down in Sarasota looking for him. But that's just, I get you want to talk about the guy. I totally understand what I'm doing. But I am not going to put out his route where Sarasota Tim is driving. I just think that's a little odd. I'm sorry. Just a little effing odd that you're driving around, okay, looking for somebody. It's just breaking down all the behaviors. I just find it strange. I'm sorry. Oh my God. It was just, you know, but it's just the line there, line now of BlindViews. It just makes me laugh. It makes you cry, then scream. Let me see if Ted the Talking Head's in the building. He was on a cruise. Yeah, maybe he's not on a cruise. Let's see. Ted the Talking Head. No Ted. Usually he'll be in the building, but unless he's probably not back on the cruise. Not too much. Oh, that's too bad. I call my callers. Let's call Carl. Carl, I'm coming for you. We spoke today. Carl, it's time to talk drama. Drama.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to the show. How are you?
What'd you say?
I said, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good.
I see you're the king, the leader of your haters, is doing a live stream right now.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
What's on the agenda for the king?
He's the king. He told Darlene, don't get too big for your britches, because I'm still the king.
I saw the title. He was talking about Tim. Remember he wasn't going to talk about anymore? Remember that?
Yeah, and he wasn't, but he talks about him every time he comes on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. But he's above it all. He's above us because he's the king.
I wondered if I was mentioned yet. Were we mentioned or not? Because he did do a live stream, a members only stream.
So far, he hasn't mentioned us, and I don't know if he was talking about me and he couldn't remember my name. But I haven't been mentioned.
Okay, that's too bad.
And I even typed in, "Hey everybody, how you doing?" Put in a little flounder picture for the Florida flounder. So I'm not trying to poke a bear or be mean or anything, you know.
Well, if he can't handle that, that's his own damn fault. But
as far as I'm concerned, I'm still good with him. I don't know if he's good with me, but
you're on the enemy list, man. You know how that is. You're here with me talking to my young ass, you know.
I know. But you gotta have fun, man. You can't just can't get all upset and be mean. That's no fun being upset all the time.
But I just did a video. I did a song, BlindViews, Be My Valentine. Just did that one. Just put it up. But I did it live while I was doing my show. So there was a lady I work with. I call on. She's a very beautiful woman. She's got a divorce, and she's with a bunch of guys at work. And I wrote her one before, and he goes, "Can you write her a Valentine?" So I wrote about 4 or 5 songs, put on my TikTok for her. So
is that the lady that swears like a sailor?
No, that's the lady I work with at my supervisor at my weekend job. She swears like I'm talking, and she's got about size huge knocks, and that woman just cusses because I mean, she just sits in the office. I'm like, Jesus, potty mouth, like 5'4", barrel of fun. I mean, it's like, whoa. I mean, I don't care, but like I was talking the other day, just bitching about another driver. I'm like, whoa, woman. I mean, my God. Her husband's 6'7", she's 5'3". I'm like, oh my goodness.
My secretary, when I had my law firm, her email was ghetto mom.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, we gotta hire her because no one's gonna be able to fluster her.
Right. Well, I don't mind it, but she was just we're in a business meeting. We're like in an area, and she's cussing. I don't care, but I'm like, wow, ma'am. I mean, she's just my Auntie Daisy would when she got pissed, she was 5'3" and a lawyer, and she would damn it, and I'm gonna say, and then she'd do her rosaries, whatever she'd take, after she apologized, she'd go in on church on Sunday and then do her in confessional that she swore, so when she go off the deep end. So she was, she had a shot of brandy every morning. That was her. She lived to be like 102, so that was her favorite thing to drink. So, but
BlindViews doing the live because he doesn't want to spend time editing it and everything.
Yeah,
he
I know.
Wants to pop on and do it.
Yeah, it's a way.
I'm like, join the club, dude. It's just way easier.
Yeah, it's just like you do in your car today. Yeah, I made a comment. It's just what I'm doing right now. It's a waste of good suffering to sit there and just do the video and just talk about it like I did yesterday, the live stream. You just do it and be done with it. You can, just like I did. I mean, the stalker video that Darling put up. I'm like, Jesus. I mean, come on. I mean, that's a lot of work to put the map up of where he went.
And it's well appreciated. I told her that's a great video.
I get it. That's fine.
For the most part, nobody appreciates it. If you're just gonna talk about your day and what's going on and hey, how's it going?
I get it.
Nobody cares if you do a lot of editing.
I totally agree. We talk on the phone. It's called real time. And I mean, I told you, Wonder Hussy, I love her dearly. She's a bitch. She does 120 hours a week on her channel. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time for her channel for 2 videos. And she needs an editor, someone that could edit for her. Then she could do more. But that'd be nice if someone she could trust could edit for her. Like, let's say you were a real good editor and you did it for free. Let's say you're homebound. You can say, sure, go ahead, Wonder Hussy. I'll edit for you. You keep doing videos because she does it all herself. But she said something one time, which a while ago, she won't, let's say me and you know her real well. We wanted to take her to someplace. She won't go somewhere unless she can video it. She can't just go somewhere without. Yeah,
because most of the stuff I'm just listening to, so it doesn't even matter what the visuals are. I'm just listening to it.
I love it. I've been listening to a lot of stuff of on sports. I like listening to what the hell's his name. He likes to rip on a lot of people of color. What the hell's his name? Jason Whitlock, and he's really good. He just
but if there's stuff with visuals, I'll wait till later to watch it when I'm sitting down.
Right. I've been listening to biography channel. Listened to Henry Ford's biography today. I've listened to them before. That was fun to listen to. I'd listened to it for 45 minutes. I was driving. Really good informational. I know he was very anti-Semitic. And people don't realize that he had a picture of Hitler on his desk, and Hitler had a picture of him on his desk. So.
Oh yeah, I mean those guys. By today's standards, those guys would be really bad.
Well, his own wife, because he was resistant to the unions, and his own wife joined the picket lines, and then he said, "Okay, we better settle this." His own wife said, "I'm going to join the picket line." And he liked to belittle.
Back then, they were really making people. You were working 7 days a week.
Yep, it's a great. Oh yeah, people
overtime.
Correct.
And if you didn't like it, there were 20 other people that would go do it.
Yep. The one, if you get a chance, you go listen to the guy the Hershey one. He was really good. They turned on him, but he was really good. He bought a town in Pennsylvania named Hershey's. He's one of my favorite biographers. I mean, the guy has a school that he built and owns 40% of Hershey's to this day, and it funds the school. So he did something good.
Didn't Ford make a town in Brazil or something?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did the same thing. But he did. But he was anti-Semitic. He was big time. This is before the war. He was big time anti. That's why Hitler liked him, because he was like-minded people. He was like-minded. He blamed the Jews for bad movies, everything else. It was this blame game that he did, and that just fostered that behavior. That's why a good friend of mine who's Jewish does not drive a Ford car. He won't do it. He won't do it. I don't blame him. He's a Jewish man. He goes, I don't drive those cars. He goes, he was anti-Semitic. And I go, I totally agree with you on that. It's history. I mean, I know it's old news, but it's a fact. It's a fact, man. He would not. He was a jerk, you know. I mean, he was a very smart guy. He used to belittle his son Etzel on purpose to motivate him. He would kind of like the Marines would do. Marines would do that. They would, if you go in they build you down to nothing, and then they build you up at the end. You know what I'm saying? So you become a man.
Yeah.
They knock you down. That's what he was doing with his son, because his son was the one who designed all the vehicles, and he was the master. Just like with what's his name?
Yeah, the father-son stuff is wild.
Oh yeah, I love biographies.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yep.
His son was a Tory. He wanted to stay with England. Benjamin Franklin wanted to go with America.
Correct.
And that was a sad story about a father-son relationship that wasn't working out because of that.
Absolutely. I mean, you listen to a lot of those old biographies of the people that built this country. It's very interesting. The Rockefellers, all the people. It's very interesting what they did. But the Hershey guy was really good. The guy that did the steel guy, well, he was kind of a jerk. But these guys also believed a man that dies. I like what he said. A man that dies all his money is a fool. So meaning, you spend your money. You don't sit on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then Jimmy's no fool because he spends it as soon as he gets it.
That's fine. I get it. But back in the old days, they would make conglomerates. Me and you are brothers. We're going to build another company. We're going to continue to build a company. You know what I'm saying? We'll build new companies. That's what we're going to do. We're going to generate more jobs.
Monty Python was you're born with nothing, you die with nothing. What have you lost?
Mighty Python in the Flying Circus. Oh my God, what you got there, Carol? I love Mighty Python.
Yeah, Monty Python's the best.
Well, Monty Python, either you hate it or love it. We used to watch that all the time when I was 15 years old, and we would get home at 10 o'clock on Channel 2 and watch Monty Python. That totally corrupted my mind. That was a great show.
Our kids would always wonder what my wife and I were talking about, making jokes, and then they watched it, and they're like, oh, that's where you got it from.
You remember Benny Hill, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
If you do a biography on him, he died in a room with all these checks around him. He was afraid to spend money. He died in a room in front of a TV with uncashed checks around him. He didn't spend any of his money. My mother, a Christian woman, loved Benny Hill. And I go, Mother, that guy's built a belt. Because one day he goes, I want to come back as a saddle. I like women's crotches and horses. I'm like, that's what he said one day. I want to come back as a saddle. And you go, why? Because I like women's crotches and horses. I'm like, oh my God. He was so good. He was such a dirty old man. I mean, you're 15, 16 years old, and there used to be a theater downtown Hopkins called Medicated Movies right across from Hoagie's. It's long gone, but we were like, it was like $3 to go in there, and there was a gentleman and his Asian wife. It seated maybe 50. They had free popcorn, and they would play things like The Goodies, all these rare films what you could see on YouTube now, but he would play for like an hour. You would see these quick 5-minute videos that people made overseas. I mean, it was you'd get really stoned and go in there. It was called Medicated Movies, and it was an hour 15. And it was 3-4 blocks where it was, but it was just, he was ahead of his time. It's kind of like he would bring up all these weird, nothing perverted, but just these weird films that people would make. They were funny. They were strange. It was the best movie because he would just screw with your mind because of stuff you'd see. I mean, The Goodies was really good. Remember Ren and Stimpy? Remember those guys? Remember that one, Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah.
That was good too. I love that show. That was my favorite. I mean,
I like those beavers.
Yeah.
Angry Beavers.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I mean, who doesn't like the Flintstones? I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Wilma. It's just the old comics were great, man. It's just the Jetsons were ahead of themselves,
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought with that stalker video. I know you liked it, darling. I'm not trying to rip on the he or she, but because I made a comment on the video, and then this woman still thought I was in the Sarasota. No, I was not in Sarasota. Okay, I was in Minnesota, and I think she deleted my comment or she didn't respond back again. But no, I was not in Sarasota.
Yeah, my understanding is that you're just the Sarasota. It's a moniker. You're the Sarasota wood guy or whatever.
Right. I had some fun, man, screwing around in the woods and just triggering people, because it was just kind of funny that when I saw all these different people like yourself, I'm like, I'm gonna troll these people.
You know, she's got to kiss the ring too.
Oh yeah. If she was to come on here, I already told what's his name, Grifter Anonymous. He can go see my Google numbers over there on Spreaker if he wants to call the show. But I've told him. What's your message to him? Tell me what your message to him is.
To who?
The Grifter.
I love Grifter. I think he's awesome.
But what would you? Do you think he should put his videos back up or what?
I really just think he should do whatever he wants to do.
I agree.
You know, if he wants to just hang out with his dogs and talk about stuff that comes, you know, that whatever he wants to do, I'll watch.
Right.
You know, but I'm not. I don't care if he. You know, he'd do whatever he wants, really.
Right.
That's for everybody, really. Even Tim, I don't care. Do whatever you want, dude. I'll have fun talking about it, but I don't care. His life doesn't affect me at all. Not really. I mean,
right.
I think it's funny that I went from a tin can to a sticks and bricks for the winter, and he, you know, he did, but he lied about it. I told the truth about it.
Oh, Tim.
But whatever, that's how he is.
Right.
He's dishonest. He even tells you he's dishonest.
All right. Well, yeah, he's a great con man. That's why he's a good salesman, because he's a great con man. You know, it's what it is. It is.
And he doesn't. He has no feeling, so he don't care if you get ripped off on a car. You don't care. He gets money out of it.
Correct. Totally correct.
You know, and that's what you got to do in sales. That's kind of what you got to do as an attorney. I mean, you know they're guilty as fuck. But
correct.
You're trying to put your hands on their shoulders and what a good guy this guy is, and it couldn't have possibly been him, and blah blah blah.
I see there was a plane crash up in Toronto, flipped over, but no one they all survived. That was good to see.
Yeah, I heard I heard something about that.
I mean, that was never any good. Anyways, but yeah, did you watch any of the Indy 500 yesterday?
No, I'm not.
I think Tater's buddy won. I think Tater's buddy won by luck. It was screaming lucky, because there was a crash in the last lap and the guy was right on the side. I think that was his boy. So
he's got that big dumb hat. But I thought he watches. I don't think he watches Indy cars. He watches Daytona 500.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That won yesterday, Daytona. And
I thought you said Indy.
Maybe I did. I think I did say Indy 500. I did Daytona. You're right. I missed that. But
yeah, because Vicky was talking about that in her thing today.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. I mean, it was a rain delay. We actually watched the whole till the very end, because I told the last 15 laps we watched it, and what's his name? Number 22, what the hell his name is, had the fastest car out there, and he came storming up there, and he put his nose in between two vehicles and got cut off, and he crashed, screwed everybody over. What the hell was his name? He used to be Home Depot, number 20, but now he's 22. He had a chance to win that race. He screwed himself. And then at the last lap there, the two guys bumped, and there was a big crash, and Tater's buddy, whatever his name is, who's defending champ, was lucky enough to sneak by and went to victory. So.
Yeah, Vicky was talking about how it's a big race. And
it's their dessert.
It's prestigious to win that one.
Yep, it's their dessert. It's their Super Bowl. Their dessert first. It's a big track, and it's huge. So one thing sucks about that, they keep your car in the front for a whole year. So that car sits the front of the racetrack for a whole year. You don't get it back until next year.
The real one?
Yeah, whatever you win in. After it goes through the check stuff, it sits in the front of the entrance for the whole year. So
you just can't put one of your shells on a car.
I don't think so. I think what happens is the vehicle goes to the front of the place for a whole year. So that's where the car goes. So you lose it for the whole year. So your car, the way it looks, sits on a platform. From what I understand, that's what happens. So you lose it for the whole.
Do any of those have like not priority, proprietary technology?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you know, one who has proprietary thing is F1. F1. I saw an article on how much it costs. I was trying to explain to my wife how much it costs to run it. I said, if me and Carl right now wanted to have our own team, we better be billionaires. F1 is very proprietary. Their tires are ground up. They're sent back and they're ground up and made of new tires. They don't want them getting out. So
that's the thing I would think about, is having to have your car there for a whole year, is because, you know, what if some engineer comes by and is sniffing around?
Yeah, I believe I'm
figure it out.
I believe I'm
reverse engineer.
Yeah, so it sits there the whole time. I believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but I have a feeling it's true. I think I read the article somewhere, but it sits on the front for a whole year. I've never been there, but I was telling my wife, a lot of these people are the RVers that are there for 2 weeks. They don't have anywhere to go, but it took 7 hours to get that race done at least. It got done 8:30 my time here in Minnesota. It got done at 8:30.
Yeah.
But it was a fun race to watch. I mean, you know, Joey Logano, I think his name. Joey Logano screwed himself. He tried to put himself into a position instead of just staying where he was at and then working his way in. He got blocked and then spun around, took out Bush, and people were pissed. If I was the owner, I'd be pissed at his ass because he caused a lot of problems. He had a chance to win that race yesterday. It was his race to lose. He had the fastest car out there. He worked his way up in the very back and did a great job, and then he did something stupid. And then that one car went build submarines, went flying in the air, ass over kettle. It was fun. It's fun to watch the first 20 and the last 20 because it's just they raced like bat out of hell. But
yeah, I was watching on Lato Law today about I guess Ford lost a big lawsuit on their Ford F-250 that the roof is too weak.
I'm not surprised. Does that surprise you?
Roll over. No, but the thing that surprised me, the same thing that surprised the attorney that was talking about it, is this. The wife was driving and she hit a culvert, and you know they got people that measure stuff, so you know it's true. It went 81 feet in the air and then hit and rolled over, and of course they got crushed. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you expect a truck that went off the ground 81 feet in the air flipping over and not expect to have fatality?
Right. Well, they don't make the trucks like they used to. I mean, the aluminum ones, you know what those things cost? The F-250 aluminum, you can, like, okay, the one that Tim has, the Crusher, you can actually get those cheaper off the lot. And one thing about his vehicle, the Crusher he got, you're only, the color they mainly come in is white off the lot. If you want to order one like him, you need to order it from the factory a different color. They don't push out black ones. It's mainly all white. You can actually get a cheaper F-250 than the F-150. It's the aluminum ones. They're like 80 grand. They're like 70 grand.
Yeah, his is just meant to go to a farm and haul around hay and shit.
If I'm driving a vehicle like his, I'm driving the GMC. Those are the Silverados. Those things are those big, the GMCs. I don't mind his F-250, but I'm going to drive the GMC. Are built like tanks. They've got the bulletproof transmissions in those things, and those are the best transmissions.
Yeah, I mean, his truck's just meant to go to a farm.
And that's fine. I mean, to me, regardless of who he is.
Why would you pay extra money for that when you're going to have like cow shit?
I totally. Where he lives, unless he's pulling something, he run around. Where he lives in Florida, you don't need an F-250. You don't need one of those. You just don't.
And he doesn't need four-wheel.
I mean, I live in Minnesota. Yeah, of course, they're nice to have, but whatever. I mean, it's just like me having a Lamborghini, and I can only drive it about 6 months out of the year. You know what I'm saying? Just like a boat.
Yeah, they won like $1 billion lawsuit. Of course, it's going to get reduced now.
Well, they'll settle out of court.
Yeah.
Well,
and then there'll be non-disclosures and all that.
I think a guy worked with his brother or somebody had an F-250 long time ago, and he was driving home, and it had a snowplow in the front of it, and it bent over in the frame. As he was driving home, he hit a bump in the thing. The frame bent over. Just bent the whole thing. They gave him a new one, but he was like, he couldn't believe it. It's just the frame broke from the snowplow.
I'm surprised they still have frames. They haven't like done a unibody with maybe two struts.
Well, look at the RVs. How bad they are. They break all the time because they have cheap frames. They're all made in Indiana, and the governor doesn't want to make it into a lemon law. I mean, I've been to enough RV shows. The small ones are better.
They're all building those frames to the minimum specs.
Yep, they don't care. They could care less. Go listen to Liz Amazing if you get a chance. Go listen to her. She'll tell you about people buying a $190,000 vehicle and they say, F you. Sorry, Carl. Too bad. And it's like they have
If you put more than 1,000 pounds in them, you've overweighted it.
Correct. Just like with Tater. Okay, I get what he's doing.
1,000 pounds you can get easy with passengers and.
Yep. And the frame breaks on, just like with Tater with this bus he's building. He better be careful. He gets too much weight in that thing. You know, he gets pulled over. The guy's gonna ask him, are you brake with your air brakes? Do you have a license for that?
There's got to have an air brake endorsement.
Yeah, I know.
Even school buses with air brakes, they have to have the endorsement.
So he better be careful. That's all I'm telling you. He gets pulled over, they're going to ask him, and he's going to say no. They go, well, then they could say, you know what they're going to do? We're going to tow it because you're in violation. They will tow you.
I know. And people are going to say, oh, they're not going to do that. I'm like, shit, they pull over school buses because you haven't painted them the other color, non-color of, what is it, the universal
blue,
yellow color?
Yeah. That's why he's painting it, because he's been getting trolled about that. He realized that he was taken around. So I wish him all the luck in the world. But like we talked before, hey, I think it's great. He wants to do that behavior. It's a waste of good suffering. It really is a waste of money. Hey, I've always wanted a Lamborghini, but I'm not going to buy one. Okay, I mean, it's just it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm not. I got a camper, but I don't buy a truck to move it around. I'd just borrow someone's truck.
Right, exactly.
I want to move it.
Right.
Instead of own a truck. And I come out way ahead. I'm like, here's a couple cases of beer. I just need to move it from here to here.
Right.
And they're like, cool.
And he's going to find out the hard way.
Or a full tank of gas or whatever. You can always find someone with a truck that'll...
Absolutely. He's going to find out the hard way with this behavior. He's going to find out the hard way with this stuff, trying to get this stuff done. He's going to find out the hard way with this behavior. But...
yeah, he's not going to become an old man and still have that bus.
He'll sell it. You watch. He'll sell it. He's going to realize put too much money into it and whatever else, and he'll move on to something more substantial. So I don't know. I get it.
He's going to piss and moan about how he can't get his money back out.
Yeah, I'd rather buy the smaller bus myself, like his girlfriend has. Okay, it's more easy to get around in. You put a bed in the back. You can go from point to point. It's a gas engine. The first time I think BlindView talked about it, that diesel goes out on him. You know how much money it's going to cost to fix that son of a gun?
It's got to go to a shop.
Yep, and they're going to the local Ford dealer, and they're going to charge you about $3,000 to get that effing thing fixed. A lot of money.
Oh yeah, I know. I had a diesel pusher with the cat engine in the back, and it was expensive.
Yep. It's not going to be cheap.
Fun though, but it's expensive.
Right, but it's my buddy of mine has a bus. He put it on his cabin. He's made it into like a cabin for the kids, and he did a really nice job on it. You know, he put the engine out and he put a bathroom in the front of the vehicle. So right where the engine was. So.
You had a school bus as a playhouse.
Yeah, he took the wheels, took the transmission out, the engine out, the wheels off, and put it on a cement slab, and he can sleep the kids. Anybody can sleep in there. And he put the bath in the front. It is all electric. It's a little extra place to sleep for anybody. But he bought it for $1 from the engine was blown out. He bought it from a place over in New Hope. And they said, sure, you can have it for $1. It's been sitting there for like about 2 years. And he goes, I'll take it for $1, and towed it out to the cabin. Put it on a flatbed. His buddy owned him a favor. Put it on a flatbed for free. And he took his time. Took a year to do it, and he's pretty good at it. But he was made it a really nice place, and has heat in it and the whole 9 yards, and the bathroom's in the front. Connected to the sewer. So you can buy MTC here in town. Used to sell their city buses for $1. Their old buses. And they sold the old red ones for $1. There was a good article in the paper. A guy bought it for $1, and he was going to Wisconsin with it. It was on a flatbed. He was going to make it into a hunting cabin. So you can find buses that they just want to, because they just want to get rid of them for $1. That's how I sell my old cars.
Yeah, the dude that died in Alaska, they just left the bus there.
Correct.
It wasn't even worth taking back.
Yeah, they left it there, and then, unfortunately, he was too... We talked before. I mean, if he would have had a map, he would have been alive today. And the people that died on the way out there, they didn't do their research, because a couple of people drowned in the river. You idiots, did you read the whole article? If he would have known...
Just as dumb as he was.
But, like I've always said, Carl... It's the God weeding out the stupid. When you're going to go across a river that upriver, there's a bridge you can go across, pull yourself across. And then you can go visit the bus.
And the people that lived up there was like, he killed a moose and he just wasted it.
Yeah, I know. He
couldn't get it preserved.
Yep.
And so he took down a moose and it was just killing it for no reason because he couldn't get anything out.
Yeah, then he ate the plants. I saw the movie and I've seen some videos on YouTube.
And I don't even think he could. I think it was illegal to even shoot the moose.
Yeah, I get it's always cool to just go out and be yourself, and it's great, but you better have some kind of a plan. I get what he did. It's a very good movie. It's a great book. I read the book and I saw the movie. Yeah. Very good. I get it. It's while free, people went out to the bus. It's like, listen, it's not as easy as you think. To go out there, you better be ready. Understand that there's a place to get across the river up farther. You should have known that, then you wouldn't be drowning, because people were drowning or getting rescued. Because listen to me, and you go out there, and we're two old guys. All of a sudden, we're trapped. We're trapped out there because we're too stupid. And they're flying and help us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like how dumb we are. So there's some pretty good articles on his sister, and went out there, and the guy, the hunter that found him was from Wasilla. He killed himself later on because he was suicide, because he couldn't handle that, because he discovered his body. They walked in the bus and they could smell it, and they walked in there and he was in his sleeping bag dead. So
I don't know.
But
I've seen dead bodies before.
I know, but tell me you'll handle it differently. I understand. It's been down the road, but when all of a sudden you're hunting and you smell a dead body, it's a little different. I get it.
Yeah.
Everyone's different, Carl. You know how it is.
I know, but I'm like, I think he probably killed himself for some other reason, not just that.
I understand.
I'm not making light of suicide. It's a bad deal.
I understand.
But people do it, and most of the people that are close to them don't even understand.
Correct. Well, Carl, we're gonna make dinner tonight. I think we're having shrimp tonight. So.
Yeah, my other son's making corned beef and cabbage. So
ooh, nice.
For that.
If my dad was alive, I think he would barge into your house right now. He would, if my dad man was still alive, he would barge into your house. He loved that behavior. I think even my lovely wife would probably barge in there with a fork and spoon and probably fork and knife and look around, demand some. So I know a few people love that. I don't like that behavior, but I know people that love that kind of stuff. My dad, my dad eated like a Jewish man because he liked all the Jewish cuisine. So that's what he loved, that kind of Jewish kind of food. So.
Oh, okay.
He liked that kind of. He was a multi-eater. He grew up in the Depression. Whatever they put in front of you, you ate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think corned beef and cabbage is a poverty food, but I love it.
Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So my dad, pretty much, whatever they put in front of you, he ate it, and that's why people my dad's age that are passed on, people in their 90s right now, you know why their coffee is black? Because cream and sugar costs money. You know what I'm saying? That's serious. I mean, you ate what you canned foods, whatever, beans, you ate it because you were hungry, and that's what it was. That's what they learned in the old days. Liver and onions was really big. We at Perkins, we put that on the menu. We lived in a Jewish area, Golden Valley. We had Reuben's and Rachel's on there, and the Jewish people loved it. They loved the liver. They loved stuff that was old school comfort food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like a commercial turkey sandwich or roast out of the best. You have good gravy, and it's like, oh my goodness, I love making that stuff.
Yeah, I had a nice big ribeye last night, but
how's the new job going?
Good. I passed my test. I got my permit.
Nice. All right.
there's a little bit of glitch in it because I still had my other permit from being a semi, so they had to do some secret computer shit to get it done, I guess. I don't know.
Well, don't kill yourself.
And then it says I got a permit for a Class B, but they're like, don't worry about it. When you come back, we'll put your Class A back on there. I'm like, okay, I don't care. It's all good.
Good. All right. Well, I will talk to you. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming on, calling in the podcast. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a good time.
All right. There he goes, Carl. All right. There he goes, Carl. Capo Carl. We always appreciate Capo Carl coming on the show. My name is Jeff, and this is Fear Mongering Radio, live in the great state of Minnesota on the 17th day of President's Day. Congratulations on the Daytona 500 winner. Okay, great race. It was fun. It was lots of fun. I mean, yahoo, man. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo. What's this? BlindViews only feels love when his ring is kissed. Oh my God, I love that. That's funny as hell. Anyways, you guys. That's right. You go share that bad boy out. Give it a like and share it out. Anyways, you guys, as I speak in the download, we always appreciate the military and the armed force of all the branches. The Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Merchant, and the NASCAR Coast Guard in and on uniform. Thank you so much for the service of this country. Without little, nothing at all. Without you, little. So we always appreciate you guys out there. Everything you guys do out there. You destroying those beaches. Snap the necks to Carlton. Free the Jews. Forgotten in Vietnam. All those guys, balls the size of emerald trees, men and women blue, goblins, working class, and none of them victims. Would you shower? Would you shower? Would you shower in the shower at Penn State? I would not shower in the shower at Penn State. A young man was bun raped in there and slammed the locker and tell two people. You see something. You say something. What music for you, potty? I mean, I have music, but I don't have music just to fill time unless I go potty, right? It's not that tough to be a podcaster. It's fun. It's actually fun. Make good choices in your life. You have your choices. It's unfortunately, if you're poor, well, I can't help that because you're poor because you made poor choices, don't have a good job, and saved your money. Why is it my fault or anybody else's fault? It's your fault because you made poor choices in your life. Pay yourself first. It's amazing. Yeah. All of a sudden, you live well and you can work well. That's right. Bitch, please me, bitch, please. Don't drink and drive. Please call someone going to murder somebody out there. Okay? But all you haters out there, keep hating on Sarasota Tim, and I'll keep watching. You can do a stalker video, okay, like Darling, and put all the behavior out, young man, young lady. Call the show. Thank you, Carl, for coming on Fear Mongering Radio. We appreciate when he comes on. He's taking that seriously, okay? He doesn't. That's just kind of Eyes of Glory for fun title. Eyes of Glory. Eyes. Shall we? Let me see, anyways. Title. Eyes. Hang on. Well, do you want to get it? Oh, whatever. Who might? Because I'm probably in the difference. So, oh well. Search for eyes. Anyways, you guys. I thought I had it. Eyes of Glory. What the hell? No? Oh, there it is. Eyes of Glory. Here we go. So see y'all later. All right? Behave yourselves. Make good choices in your life. Keep trolling. That's all we're asking. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky, Yahoo. All right, BlindViews, I own your soul. Okay? Timmy, keep on trolling. Amen. I'll tell you what, you guys, it's Aaron Hernandez. Peace, Middle East. I'm like, oh, we're going to have Jeffrey get over here. Anyways, you guys, peace in the Middle East. We are